for goals, scouting for goals. We want the finish, we want the goal. Scouting for goals, scouting for goals. Say it with us now, let it unfold. Scouting for goals. Scouting for goals.
This series is sponsored by Clayton Property Care. Hello and welcome to episode 11 of the Scouting for Goals podcast. And it's a bit of a weird one this week, isn't it? Because we're recording on a Wednesday rather than our usual Sunday. But different commitments have meant that we haven't been available to do it, have we, on the Sunday? So thanks all for listening in again. How are you both doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Feeling good.
Good.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, all good. Thank you.
Good.
Ready for the pod?
Just had your haircut, haven't you, as well?
Just had the pod. Yeah, fresh for the pod.
Nice. Looking sharp.
Yeah, nothing daft yet.
So, that's looking good. Obviously the World Cup's finished now, which is probably a good job for us because we were in a bit of a grump last week, weren't we, Dean? We were sat on a bench for over an hour just taking in the quiet.
Feeling deflated as anything.
But I'm over it now. I'm looking forward to the new seasons that are going to be starting in the next month or so. So I think we're going to just call this one the finale, because I think it's probably going to be the end of Series 1 as the next couple of weeks. There's not a lot that's going to be happening, bar probably some transfers. But we've got a few things in the pipeline that we're working on. So we'll put that on our social medias in due course. But no, it's been a good first series, hasn't it? I think we've if you compare it to the first episode, even the first 2 or 3 episodes, I think we've come quite a long way with the setup and, you know, some of the things we've spoke about.
Not been in the woods recently as well, so that always helps.
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
No.
One episode.
It was one episode, but in fact, but next time we do a special one, we'll have to do it in the woods.
In the woods, just specifically for me. Thank you.
Just for you, my friend.
Thank you.
On a really windy day.
So with today being the last episode of the series, it's not looking good for you, Ryan, I'm afraid. In the scores, you're 10-0 down. There's only 5 questions today, so you have lost.
Is there not an option of double points to winner takes all?
If Dean agrees to it, I will accept that.
Yeah, I'm game.
Oh, okay.
Makes it more interesting.
So there's a chance for a draw.
Yeah, it gives it a bit more excitement on my end.
So if you get 4 out of the 5, the last round is winner takes all.
Yeah.
We'll do that then. And then we'll get this forfeit on the go. Now we've introduced a new, I wouldn't say it's a game, it's just sort of a little addition to the pod this week. It's called Touchline Tasks. And we've got like some, how would you describe them? They're like little sheets of paper, aren't they, that we've cut up. And they've got like a task that we've got to do during the pod. So this isn't one of them, but if one of them was to say something like, say that Birmingham are better than Real Madrid, right? At some point in the episode, you've got to sneak that in to a sentence or on the end of somebody's point. And at the end of the episode, we've got to guess who we think had what, basically. Does that make sense to both of you?
Yeah.
It'll make sense, obviously, the more we do it.
Although I think that would be a particularly hard one. I don't think there's much context where you can...
Yeah, I don't think that would be a great one.
Maybe they're the better team at being situated in Birmingham, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe that one. Yeah, maybe that.
So, saying that, we're playing Barcelona on Friday. We're off, aren't we?
We're going
To Birmingham, not to Barcelona.
Yeah, no.
Unfortunately. But it'd be interesting to see whether Yamal goes and, you know, the likes of, who else? Ousmane Dembele. No, I'm being an idiot here.
You used to play
Going back like several
a J tip.
like Kabasi and all.
Yeah. It'll be interesting with the World Cup finishing, how long they'll get off. Fingers crossed we'll get to see the likes of Yamal there.
Just pop into Birmingham after they won the World Cup.
Have a Mackies with them?
Yeah, that's it. See if they want to go overseas.
Tell you what, well, the seats we've got, we'll see the players going in and out of the tunnel. So I might get some business cards for the pod.
See if they want to go flight club.
Get Yamal on here. Get Yamal in your league.
Well, I mean, if you're Yamal, what's more exciting than winning the World Cup? Going to see the ball ring, you know what I mean?
Birmingham Central.
And then just to top his day off, he can come on the pod.
Yeah.
There we go.
Take him along.
Right, exposure for the young wonder kids.
Bearing in mind, he's younger than all 3 of us, so, you know, it'd look a bit...
And he's won the World Cup.
Mate, it's not the World Cup. You know, we've won Division 5, 4 and 3 on Pro Clubs. That tops it.
Yeah.
So, Anyway, should we actually start this episode? There's been some fairly big transfers this week, I suppose, hasn't there?
Some great ones, yeah.
One that isn't necessarily a transfer, but it is a bit of, I suppose, club business regarding West Ham. Jarrod Bowen has said he's staying at West Ham for this season. He's by far going to probably be the best player in the Championship, isn't he? And fair play to him. Like, I mean, Danny Dyer's probably been in his ear saying, batter him if he leaves. But fair play for staying, because you don't get much loyalty like that in modern football.
I think especially somebody that's reached the heights that Bowen has in the Premier League as well. It's a massive statement for West Ham to be able to keep him and continue having him in the Championship as well.
Well, I mean, currently I would put Wolves and West Ham as battling out for that top spot in the Championship.
Potentially.
We've had Lewandowski go to Chicago Fire. That was a couple of weeks ago now, but we didn't touch on it before. Another one from a few weeks ago was Griezmann. He's gone to Orlando. So, two ex-world-class strikers now in America, along with Kyogo Furuhashi, who's just gone to LA Galaxy. So 3 world-class.
Oh, so we counted him as world-class as well, yeah.
Although he was naff for us. So
I'm surprised Lewandowski hasn't joined up with Muller, though. Because obviously Muller's playing in the MLS, isn't he now? Whitecaps, I think.
Brajan Gruda has gone from Brighton to Leipzig. I believe he was on loan there last year. It's a loan to buy for 25.6 mil. Don't know much about him, but there you go. Yuri Tielemans. Now, he's gone from Villa to Man United for apparently 36 million, which was his release clause, so quite a cheap fee for somebody of Tielemans.
Very, very good signing for United. I'm sure they'll be quite happy with that.
Now, not long after, obviously Villa didn't want to sell him, but had no choice with that clause. Not long after, Johan Manzambi looked certain to go to Newcastle. I think it had been agreed. They were just waiting on the player. Villa then swoop in, and they've hijacked Newcastle once again. So, I don't know why nobody wants to join Newcastle.
I think it says a lot about the pulling power of Newcastle at the moment, doesn't it? Because, I mean, time and time again, we've seen it now where they've been heavily linked with a player and it looks like it's about to happen and then bang.
Yeah.
They could just go to another club.
I mean, Liverpool have done it.
Yeah, we did it a couple of weeks ago with Munoz, didn't we?
But you've done it last season. Yeah, and then you took Isaac. Yeah, so they've had a tough time.
Jordan's gone to Barca, they're loving life, I'm sure.
But do you think Manzambi is going to be a better player than Tielemans? Or do you think Villa's midfield now looks weaker now Tielemans is gone?
I suppose they're a little bit different, aren't they, in a way? Because I know Tielemans sits a little bit deeper than Manzambi, doesn't he? Whereas Manzambi's a little bit more...
Manzambi's also 20.
I'd say he gets more involved in the final third of the pitch. But if we see anything like what we saw in the World Cup when he was playing for Switzerland, they've no doubt landed an absolute quality player in the midfield. So hopefully they get more of that.
Hopefully not.
Well, yeah, actually thinking about it, why am I wanting Villa to do well?
Karim Adeyemi, you've probably heard of him off FIFA and bits of European football. He's gone from Dortmund to Barca. I haven't got the amount. I forgot to look up how much it was.
I don't think, was it?
But it was a what?
I don't think it was a big fee. I think it was like region of 20-30 million, I think.
It's 24, so he's starting to get to the peak of his career. He's quick, and he was good on FIFA. That's sort of my insight to that transfer. But I mean, they did need a new striker with Lewandowski going, didn't they? So maybe he's their man. Lewis Dobbin, he's gone from Villa to Southampton for a rumoured 10 million. You were saying on the way up, Wolves are interested.
Yeah,
in
Wolves. Well. It was a player that Wolves were linked with as well, but like quite a few deals at the moment. It seems like quite a few of them are falling through.
World Cup hasn't helped though, has it? It just tends to delay that type of thing. But he scored 10 and got 8 assists in 39 Championship appearances last year when he was on loan at Preston. So it's not a bad signing, I suppose, on paper for Southampton, who this year you got to think will be looking at going straight back up to the Prem after their Spygate saga last year.
More of that business.
Diogo Coppola went from Brighton to Paris FC for 17 mil. That's including add-ons. Trossard has gone to Besiktas for also 17 mil. Fairly good. It came as a bit of a surprise to me, to be fair, because Arteta does like Trossard.
Yeah, he's had an impact for Arsenal, I think, in recent years off the bench as well. Has been a solid player for them. I think there's quite a few players now in recent seasons, though, that have made a good move to Turkey. So we're actually seeing quite a few decent names going over to that league as well.
I'm not saying by any stretch you should still be playing football, but Greenwood's recently gone to Turkey as well, hasn't he? You know, so there is more and more players, especially English players and players from the Premier League, that are moving in that direction.
Yeah, I think Galatasaray in particular have had quite a few big players there, haven't they, in recent years? I think they've had Osimhen, Mertens, so Zaha as well was there at one point.
Zaha's a free agent now,
Yeah.
apparently. Carl Darlow, a bit of a strange one, from Leeds to United on a free. It'll be nothing more than backup or
He's a backup, isn't he?
third
Yeah.
choice keeper.
Yeah.
But I know you need so many English players, don't you, in your squad? So that's probably where that's come from. Thomas Munier, was it Dortmund? Right?
Yeah, Dortmund, PSG.
That's the one. He's gone from Lille to Sunderland on a free. So another decent signing from Sunderland. And one that Dean will be a bit depressed about, João Gomez to Villa for 38 million. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, he was always going to leave the club. It was never a doubt about, will he stay, won't he? I think there was always...
Well, there was talks of Atletico.
Yeah, Atletico originally, which I think would have been a great move for him. But I think of any club that I would have wanted to have seen him join, Villa's probably got to be like bottom of the list. So for that to happen, I'm not happy about that at all. But
I suppose it's things like logistics of moving house, so he probably hasn't got to move.
Yeah, he is a quality player and he does deserve to be playing Premier League football, so it is what it is on that.
Now, one we touched on in, I think, the first 3 episodes of this podcast, Abdul Fatawu. Do you remember him, Ryan?
Yes, yeah, Leicester winger.
Yeah. It looks like he's going to Ipswich. They've agreed a fee of around 20 mil, roughly, that ballpark. But he was nowhere near his best last year in the Championship.
No.
So to be going straight to the Premier League is Ipswich have taken a big gamble on him, really. But we have seen that he has got a quality, he just needs to unlock it. But there was big question marks around him last year with how much he was actually trying for Leicester. So hopefully that all works out for him. Christos Zolis has gone from Club Brugge to Arsenal for 34 mil. Now, he's an extremely young... He's not extremely young, but he's an extremely good player that's been in the Belgian League. It's a record fee for the Belgian League. He had 17 goals and added 23 assists in 36 league games last season. So, solid numbers.
I'm sure I remember the name from FM.
Yeah, it's an FM London.
He used to play for Brighton a couple of seasons back.
Yeah, Brighton as well.
He was at Norwich, I believe.
Oh, no, that was it. Sorry, Norwich.
Norwich.
Yeah.
And then the final one that we've got here is Javi Winks, who obviously was on about 80k, I think.
Has he left now, has he?
Yeah, he was on about 80k with Leicester last year. He was having arguments with fans, then there was obviously how much he was earning. Leicester just wanted him gone. He's gone to Italy to join Cagliari. So I'd imagine it's took a bit of a pay drop to go there.
Well, Leicester wanted him off the wage, didn't they?
So, I think, did we touch on Morgan Rogers?
No.
Have I not mentioned him?
No,
Obviously, that's the biggest transfer probably this week. 117 mil, so he's matched. Who was the other one that was 117?
Elliot Anderson was 116, and then he's broken that a million over.
You look at Chelsea, do they even need Rodgers when they've got lots of Cole Palmer? I don't know. And surely you could get better players than Rodgers for that sort of money. It just seems a bit of a bizarre transfer to me.
I mean, you do think where he is going to fit into that Chelsea side, because down the middle, I mean, they have Cole Palmer, and granted he's not had one of his best seasons, but that typically has been where he's been playing for the majority of it. And then on the right, obviously, they would have had Esteval, but obviously Esteval's had injury problems, did look very good before that. And I think on the wings as well, especially, they already had quite a few players to choose from in that position. They got obviously Pedro Neto as well. They had Garnacho, although I wouldn't really say that that's one of the best. One of the best
going to Villa, doesn't it?
Options you could choose from. But
what do you think of it, Ryan? It just seems a bit strange that they're spending that much money on Rodgers.
I think two things. I think one, the formation that Chelsea will play under Alonso will be different from what you've seen the last couple of years under Chelsea. They'll predominantly play the 3-4-3, which he had at Leverkusen. So you could probably see Rodgers and Palmer playing alongside each other with a striker up top. And the second thing, these days, the money, 120 million, that seems to be like that seems to be your top end Premier League signing there. You've got the English tax on it as well.
True.
So I think 120 million these days, you look at Florian Wirtz last season,
I was just about to say about
17 million. I think if you're comparing it to that, based on last season, I think Rodgers is probably worth 120 million.
You think he's worth that?
If you're going based on the transfer market at the moment, yes, I would say so.
But after one good season,
no, like I said, you could say that though with Elliot Anderson at Forest, couldn't you?
yes, true.
So
yeah, you could do.
120 million, that seems to be the top end Premier League signing there, doesn't it? Jack Grealish went for 100 million.
Yeah, and that was crazy when it happened.
You know what I mean? So it's just the way of the market these days, I think.
I just think it's a sign that the game has gone completely mad, though.
Oh, it has.
Like,
Definitely agree with that.
I think the start of it really was when China got involved, and China was spending like huge sums on wages and transfer fees. And I think since then it's just...
was it Guangzhou Evergrande? Guangzhou? Who signed like Paulinho from Spurs, and they were paying like mega money.
Yeah.
And then you had Anzi Makachakalaka tried it, didn't they? The Russian team when they signed Echo.
Yeah.
And it seems like Saudi's the new one, isn't it? But I don't think Saudi are going to stop. Like China sort of stopped after a bit, didn't they?
I think it's Saudi currently as well. They're after Somerville, aren't they, for like 80 million?
I think it's
Al Hilal or something like that. They're trying to get Somerville.
But Saudi don't look like they're stopping anytime soon, do they? They're still pumping lots of...
It is interesting though, with all this huge amount of money that West Ham are gaining though.
Yeah.
Like, how much of that they're actually then going to be able to spend with being in the Championship. Because with him and also Fernandez leaving as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a huge sum of money there.
Right, so let's slowly grab that to knock anything over. So, if we all want to pick one of these are the touchline tasks. Obviously, don't show anyone. You've got to try and sneak it in at some point before the end of the episode. So, if you want to go first then, Dean.
I can't even get my hand in the glass.
Hang on, let me tip them forwards. Because you've got massive hands, and Ryan gave us the smallest glass he had.
I didn't know what you were using it for, to be honest.
Right.
Definitely going to need to be put
So, let's swap my hands over. There we go. Right.
Just tip one out.
Okay, just shove pick one and then shove the rest back in. And then I'm going to turn my mic off and pipple.
Oh, that's a bit of a... Okay. Of all the... Oh, I don't know what to say, but obviously...
Why, you're not happy with yours?
I could still fit it in somehow, but obviously...
Right, okay.
I can't say anything, though, without giving it away.
I can get mine in, but I think it might be quite obvious.
Mine's difficult because we've just done the topic.
By the way, guys, this isn't a porn podcast.
So I might have
to give you a heads up. We're definitely doing football.
Because mine is thinking that every transfer has been superb. Obviously, I can link that in with someone's later on.
Change yours then.
We've just done sort of the topic of that for the episode.
Just change that one.
I'm going to pick it up again, aren't I? Jesus, this isn't possible.
What did you say, Ryan?
You'll hear it on the podcast later on.
Did I?
Oh, Jesus.
Is it any better?
Not really.
Right.
It's a bit of a hard one to...
Let's touch on the first semi-final. We were still really happy at this point, weren't we? France 0, Spain 2. I was like, oh my God, England could do this. Oyarzabal with a pen, Pedro Porro with the goal. Do you think it was a shock that France were eliminated? And it was a very poor performance by their standards as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, France, I think everyone had France as the favourites, didn't they, before the start of the tournament? And the way they got outplayed on that game, it was, I don't think anyone expected it to be 2-0 sort of, flattered France the way that game went. Spain were just a little bit like the final. They were just seemed like in cruise control majority of the game. France didn't look like they were going to threaten too much. I mean, I don't know if you can see after the, we'll touch on it in a little bit with the third place playoff game. Is it an attitude problem if the going gets tough? Because, you know, the way they played against us in that first half was horrific. So is it a case if if things aren't going their way, do they throw the toys out the pram and start,
Yeah.
It was just, it was a masterclass from Spain, but France didn't look anywhere near it, to be honest with you.
I mean, it was only Spain's second ever World Cup final. The only other time they got to the final was 2010, which they won. So they've currently got to 2 World Cup finals and won them both.
Yeah.
So
I think personally it was a real turning point of the competition because, like Ryan said, up until that point, everyone had France touted as the favourites. We thought with how freely that attack was scoring, how they were taking on teams, they just looked so dangerous. But then Spain once again, I did this the other week when we was talking as well.
No, I think that was joking.
And came out as well
when we were walking around.
Whatever we were doing, and I said it while we was out.
Bam.
Made
a return.
Yeah, if you make it to the end of the video, I think spants has to be the word, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But just the way that Spain were able to just shut them out and just control the game like they have done with all of their opponents this tournament. I thought after watching this that
1 goal conceded says
Spain were then the clear favourites.
They've equalled Italy's record, Spain have, for the longest unbeaten run in international football. I think they've beaten it now, actually, be 38. Because at the time of me doing this, it was 37. Obviously, they've played the final now, so 38. Fabian Ruiz, the Spain midfielder, he's got an outrageous record for Spain. He's played 50 matches for them, and he's never lost a match in 90 minutes. I think he's lost 1 game on penalties, but he's never lost an actual match for Spain in 90 minutes. Oh yeah, his only loss was against Portugal in the Nations League final, where they lost on penalties. And they're also the first team in World Cup history to keep 6 clean sheets in a single World Cup. So you can, going forward, Spain weren't bad, but they weren't the best team, were they? But that defence is what's won them the tournament, keeping France's defence quiet, keeping Argentina's defence quiet. I mean, the likes of Messi were kept quiet all game, weren't they? So then we got on to the Wednesday. England 1, Argentina 2. No.
The day that my soul was crushed into tiny little pieces.
I don't like saying the score, but we were 10 minutes. We were 5 minutes from the final, weren't we? And now look, I like Tuchel. I've thought about it, and I do like him. But why a manager with that much experience would sit back and bring on 7 defenders, I don't know. And then after that defeat, he says that he wasn't going defensive, and then it was just part of English football DNA. When he brought on the likes of Concert and Dan Burton, nothing against bringing them on, but the players he was bringing them on for, one was for Saka, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I forgot who the other one was for now. But it's like...
Gordon came off as well.
Yeah, so he clearly was going defensive then. Yeah. And the players have...
Everyone could see that immediately, so to say that wasn't the case...
Allegedly, the players aren't happy either with what his tactics were. One thing we can all agree on, though, is the lack of yellow cards for Argentina was silly. I mean, there's a video going round of... I forgot who it was. One of the Argentina players looked like he was pushing or punching one of the England players as he was going down, which any contact with the face, apparently in the rules, is a straight red. Wasn't even looked at VAR. I mean, we were in the pub watching it, and I was on about 25 fouls, and they hadn't had any. Yep. We got to 7 and got a yellow. And they've had that all tournament, haven't they? So, there was that side of it.
I think it almost just highlights our, fear of, success in getting the job done as well. I think when we controlled the game the way that we had and how we were playing against Argentina for the best part of, 50, 60 minutes, after that it did start to get a little bit shaky and Argentina were ramping up and pressing. But it's like we almost just accepted that it was going to go Argentina's way and we just allowed that to happen. I think the main thing for me was, obviously, when we sat deep and we had 5 men in the box at one point, you then leave the greatest player of all time in a massive pocket of space. Nobody's marking him. He's just there open. He's got the ball and you just allow him to put ball after ball in. How do you let that happen? I think tactically it was an absolute shambles. Obviously, Messi worked his magic, 2 assists, bang, they win the game. It was that easy for him. But the fact that that was just allowed to happen is just a massive oversight to me. I don't understand how you can, I don't know, put us in that position, really.
What did you make of it, Ryan?
I'd agree with Dean. I think how many times have we said on the pod over the last couple of weeks that we said that we should focus on ourselves and not worry about what the other opponents are doing. Well, that's the first port of call anyway. And, well, we've seen it in the final, didn't we? And I think that's what annoys us even more, because the way that we played the first, up until the goal, I didn't get to watch the game, but from what I heard and the highlights I've seen, from up until the goal, we were going toe to toe with them.
If not, we were better.
And if not, we were better than, So when you go 1-0 up, why you're giving yourself 30 odd minutes where you're going to let just Argentina just have the ball constantly? I think, the game, you can understand the games against, like the game against Mexico especially, you're going down to 10 men, you're going to have to shut up shop. And even the Norway game to an extent, because, you've got, you maybe like everyone's absolutely knackered, you're just going to shut up shop. But you've got half an hour there where you've still got plenty of time there. You can
against one of the best teams in the world as well. You're not playing Mexico now.
That's it. You like you say, you've still got Messi, who, okay, yes, he's not the player that. Well, I say that he's the second top goal scorer in the World Cup, hasn't he? This tournament. You're giving him half an hour where he doesn't have to track back or anything like that, and you're just saying, okay, come on, see what you've got. I think it was just really naive, because like you said, you've got Rashford and Saka on the bench. You can swap, you've got options off the bench that you can change, and you're basically then saying to Argentina, okay, we're going to sit deep and say, let's see what you got. The problem you have there is, as soon as you concede that first goal, if you go into extra time or something, you haven't got the options then, because you've made all the changes. So yeah, I think it was just really silly.
It was. But it's one of them, isn't it? There's nothing we can do to change it now. For some reason my laptop's just logged itself out. So does that put me back in now? I don't know. You just think, from an experienced manager like Tuchel, who's won Champions Leagues, and he's regarded as a superb manager, why he'd shut up that early, I really don't know. So we get knocked out. Messi ends up with 8 goals, doesn't he, in the World Cup, in 8 games, 4 assists. He now has 33 contributions in 33 career World Cup games, 21 goals and 12 assists. So,
and a huge chunk of that as well came from the last 2 competitions in particular as well. So, like a fine wine.
I mean, now, I did put here, it's not necessarily as big topic anymore, Guardiola. Now, after we lost and everyone was like, not very happy with Tuchel, there was talks of, we should go back in for Guardiola. Not long after it came out, apparently, before we took Tuchel on, we actually had a verbal agreement with him to take over, and then he decided to do an extra year at City, which led to us hiring Tuchel. If Guardiola now turned around to the FA and was like, I want the England job, would you give it him or not?
Within a heartbeat. I'd snap your hands off if you could have someone like him in, because it's just the football he plays. It's just.
But he's also had a lot of money around him. He's always had a really good team. Do you think with an England team with the likes of Jed Spence, who he probably wouldn't sign in a usual, like club-based managing team, do you think he'd still be able to get the best out of them types of players?
100%. I think just the attacking quality that England have got. He'd absolutely love to work with. He obviously had a few of the English lads there himself at City, with like the Grealish, Stones, and Foden in the past. I think he'd probably relish the chance to have it. There's talks of him going to Italy, isn't there, for the Italian job? That'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
I think the main thing for me would be how he could then still get the best out of us when we're not going to have Kane for much longer, because with the crop of strikers that are emerging and that are currently around within that pool, there's not a huge amount of exciting strikers that can be played after Kane. But I think with Guardiola, yes, he's obviously inherited very good teams no matter where he's gone, but he's been able to implement his philosophy at any club no matter what. So I think with someone like Guardiola, I think so you got the unknown with Kane, and he's probably not going to be there at the next World Cup due to his age, unless he operated a little bit lower. But then, I mean, when you've got Jude in that position, and he's, for me, been without a doubt the best player of this tournament, that makes things a little bit unsure. But I think if you've got an opportunity to have somebody like Guardiola as the manager of your country, you take it, absolutely. I think Tuchel's done well with the clubs that he's managed, obviously winning the Champions League with that Chelsea side that shouldn't have been in that position at all, but I mean, they made it. But I think with Guardiola, he's one of the best managers that I've ever seen in football, and yeah, you bite your hands off to have the opportunity to have him.
Yeah. What were you going to say,
well, I
Rob?
was going to say, it's like you haven't got Kane. Obviously, when you haven't got Kane, it's not like you've got Emil Heskey around anymore at all. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you haven't got that option there. So that's all I'm saying on that front. But yeah, right. You carry on there, mate.
Okay, that was not very subtle, that, right? That was definitely your touchline thing. Also, you meant to compare a player to Heskey, not just shove Heskey in a sentence.
Ben Mee, the way he holds the ball up like Emil Heskey.
To be fair, you've sort of linked us nicely to the third place match, France-England. My first question before we touch on the game: should it exist? First of all, it seems a bit, both teams have lost the chance to get to a World Cup final. They've probably had enough. Should you put players through it? I get it's for medals, for the third place, but there's also got to be some sort of financial gain from it, isn't there, for FIFA? Do you agree with it, first of all?
You see, for me, I've always been against it, obviously thinking, what is the point of it? Like, it's almost like it's a runner-up trophy, isn't it? It's if you're out of the competition, you're out of the competition. It's like, well, we're not going to win the World Cup now, so why should we care? It's a bit meaningless. But then I think recency bias then comes into it, and I think after watching that game and how good that game was,
should have been the final, shouldn't it?
It was the best game of the tournament.
Yeah.
So I think now, based off of that, I'm like, well, why not? It's harmless, isn't it? It's an extra game in the World Cup. If you've been watching every game anyway, then, you've been following it, then there's an extra game to keep you entertained. And with how good the game was, then I don't see the harm in it, I suppose.
I think it. I'd touch on Dean's point. I think
you're not going to say Heskey again, are you?
No, not to do with Heskey. It'd be. Thing is, if every game was like that, like the England-France game, that'd be terrific. But not all of them are like that. So it'd be class if they could incorporate some, like, I don't know, the goal has to be scored like it's got to be a trick. You got to do a trick, or like crossbar challenge sort of thing. That'd be class, because the game is literally just a glorified friendly. So it'd be nice if, the teams don't want to be there. Even Kanate said it in the press conference, and they didn't want to play, and you could see that in the first half. If they went just, you know what, screw it, we're just going to go all out, hell to leather, you're going to attack us, we're going to attack you, we don't care about defences, I'd incorporate some challenges or something, make it interesting.
I mean, on that, to be fair, I blame the keepers for all 10 goals that match. I thought it was
shocking as well.
I thought it was abysmal on 10 goals. You got to blame your keepers for that.
Moynihan as well had a really good performance up until that game as well, but I think they, like you say, the players just didn't care when it came to it. But I think it made for a very entertaining game, so why not? And to speak on the point that Ryan made as well, it'd almost be a bit like the NBA All-Star game, because there's like zero defence in those games at all, and they just have all their star players just going absolute ham. And to be honest, it's one of the most fun things about the NBA season, so I'll be all for making it something like that. Yeah, why not?
Now, obviously, England come out 6-4 winners in that eventful match. Our best finish since we won it back in '66. Tuchel has been given the full backing of the FA. So going back on what we said earlier,
the Euros, isn't it?
With us for the Euros, which is also in the UK. You'd expect us to be one of the favourites for that one as well. Yeah. Bellingham, though, he scored the 6th goal, didn't he? He finished 3rd in the top scorers list of the World Cup, and is the first English player to ever get 7 in a World Cup campaign. For a midfielder, that's an unbelievable achievement, isn't it? To come third behind the likes of Messi and Mbappe in a World Cup is sensational.
I just think it's a bit poetic as well, how the last goal of our campaign was Bellingham getting that last one as well, just to sum off and round off an amazing tournament for him.
Although the defending was shambolic.
Yeah, it was a bit questionable, but I think, it's a good point to end it on, why not?
100%.
Another few positives from England's tournament was Pickford's now made the most World Cup appearances for England with 20. And, well, the next bit is on your phone because I couldn't get it on the script. But the strikers after Harry Kane's left, have you got the list on there?
Yep.
Because we've discussed this for a while. Like, once Kane goes, who have England really got? The one that always jumps to my head is Stansfield, obviously. But Dean's got the list there if you want to read a few out, Dean.
Yep. At the top, we've got big man Liam Delap, Dominic Solanke, Calvert-Lewin, obviously Stansfield, as you mentioned, Abraham, Joe Gelhardt, other names in there like Ellis Sims that played for Coventry in the Championship last season, Eddie Nketiah, Adam Armstrong from Wolves, Will Lancashire that's just had a move as well. But, there's nobody really amongst that list that stands out as, they're going to be the next main man for England.
That Will Lancashire is decent. Obviously, he's going to Middlesbrough for about 20 mil and probably slightly biased. Stanner as well. You've got a point for Delap. I can see them three being the English strikers for the next couple of years. None of them are anywhere near the quality of Kane.
It's just not close, is it? That's all.
So,
Or Heskey.
You
couldn't compare,
No.
Couldn't compare it.
You can stop comparing now, right?
Okay, fair enough.
But we do love Heskey. So it's a bit worrying on the attacking front for England, isn't it? After Kane's gone.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll be around for the Euros?
I think the Euros potentially will be his last competition. I can't see another World Cup unless he's going to sit deeper. But then again, you get onto the whole Bellingham argument. That's where he's operated this tournament and he's been our best player. So it does leave a huge question mark there for how, the future lies for England going forward. I think maybe it's a case of one of the wingers might step into the striker role. You might have like a Rashford or a Gordon there, I don't know. But at the moment, from our striker options, it's not looking too great.
Shall we talk about the final?
Yeah.
As upsetting as it may be.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, probably one of the most boring finals I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Obviously finished Spain 1, Argentina 0 with Ferran Torres getting the goal. Argentina very dirty again. Seems to just be their style of play, doesn't it? You said earlier, Ryan, it's almost like they don't think they can play football against these teams. So we're just going to be aggressive, we're going to be rough, try and get in your head. Seems to be their tactic, doesn't it? Now, what do you both make of Nico Williams' offside goal being disallowed? Do you think it should have been offside, or do you think it was quite harsh?
Didn't they give it as a foul, or was it offside and a foul? Because I thought it was a foul because the Mikel Merino stepping on the Argentine player, it's a foot. I thought that's what they're giving it.
I don't know, can't remember now.
Yeah,
that'd be annoying though, because obviously Messi stood on Jed Spence's when they equalised. So
yeah, it seemed harsh. From what I seen at the time, it seemed harsh.
Now, you watched the video yesterday on Spain's tactics, didn't you? What did you make of how Spain played? Because it was quite clever with some of the things they were implementing.
Well, they just never allowed Argentina to get going at all. I saw that a lot of the Spain players, when Argentina had the ball, they'd shift over to the right side of the pitch and almost create like a wall there. So, to be honest, their only options were to try and play it down the left, and a lot of the times was just smack it up to Alvarez for him to try and head it on or do something. But what they pretty much did was just keep Messi out of the game at all, like completely. Just didn't allow any passes down that end of the pitch. They had the players interchanging and swapping, filling into different spaces within the pitch to stop them from being able to progress. And I think obviously we saw that in the game with how Spain dominated and were able to keep Argentina out of it. So I think tactically it was a masterclass from Spain because Argentina were never able to get going and they just completely shut them out.
Last bit on the final then. I want both your opinions on this. We'll start with yours, Ryan. What did you make of the half-time show?
Like Wayne Rooney.
Yes,
garbage
on that.
Yeah, it's
what was it? A 22-minute break, wasn't it? Blocks of Shakira were on there. You had Ted Lasso. I love Ted. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong,
Yeah.
but whatever. So you didn't think it was great?
No, it's a bit like, well, they're doing it like
It's crap.
Yeah, as Rooney said, it's a little bit like what they do for the NFL, isn't it? I think the pre-match show was better than the half-time show, in my opinion.
It was just very Americanised,
yeah.
wasn't it? That was the thing, and European fans aren't used to that. And I'm not there to watch Shakira dance around for a couple of minutes.
To be honest, that's the only part that I didn't
Also, I
really
wouldn't mind
mind.
that.
Didn't really mind.
At her age, she's looking very good.
Madonna, however, she can get as far away from my TV screen as possible, but Shakira is always welcome for a couple of minutes.
It was amusing seeing Ronaldinho and Ronaldo together. To be honest,
It's my favourite.
I don't think they knew what they were doing. To be honest with you, but
Well, you don't know what Ronaldinho was doing, dear. He's known for his parties. He probably was half drunk.
I saw someone saying something like, "Oh, here's Ali G," and whoever it was, somebody else as well, which did make me crease, to be honest. I do think one of the things with that game, though, is I heard a lot of discourse around the fact that, it was another shocking display from the referee, but I actually thought that game in particular, I thought was refed quite well. I thought there wasn't a lot really that went Argentina's way. There might have been a few fouls here and there which you could question. Could have
But he
been
also gave him a
more.
red card, didn't he?
But I do think, especially in recent games as well, people have said about how it's all been biased towards Argentina. But I think the refereeing has been actually top notch within recent performances, and I think that towards the later half of the World Cup as well, I think the refs have done a solid job being able to keep the game going and stop it from getting too out of hand and dealing with it. So I thought overall it was alright from the ref.
So we're not. We all think that half-time show was nothing.
Yeah, no, so
we're watching. Yeah,
So you don't want it. You don't want it implemented in the Prem any times.
no, definitely not.
we'd never do that. no.
Unless it's Shakira every
No.
time. Then.
It's the fact that when Rooney said that, though, all the other, what do you call them, pundits?
Yeah,
I
pundits,
suppose. I wouldn't know what you call it, because obviously we do it a bit differently.
So let's do another little new segment. It's called Hot Takes of the Week. Right. So we've got 2 takes here. I want both your opinions on them. So the first one is England have overachieved this tournament.
No,
I said that they'd go out in the semis, and that's exactly what they did. I'm happy with the 3rd place finish, but I wanted, obviously, to win it.
I think they've underachieved now. Looking especially at that Argentina performance, they should have got to the final. They should have.
We just love sabotaging ourselves.
Which is sabotage. So yeah, underachieved.
Okay. And the second hot take is expanding the World Cup has improved the tournament.
No. I preferred how it was before. I think you had too many countries there that just shouldn't have been there.
Go on.
I would agree with Dean. I think the thought of it, going to even more teams. They're on about expanding it even further, aren't
64 in 2030.
64. It's like, what is it, like participation trophy now at this point? Like, it's...
The thing is with it, and it's the bit I liked about the World Cup, was seeing teams like Cape Verde play. Like teams that otherwise would have never made it to the World Cup. In that sense, it has improved the tournament, because if you're a smaller country, at least you've got more chance of getting to the World Cup, even if, they're not going to win it, but it's still an experience for them nations to see their country.
Yeah. The only thing I think where it went a little bit, a bit off for me is when you've got teams that finished 3rd in their groups being able to make it through as well. Obviously, because they need that many teams to be able to progress. I think that's like the main aspect of it where it came down a little bit in my eyes.
Yeah.
Because if they've not been good enough to qualify, when why are we then? Obviously, it feels like we're giving out handouts almost. To me personally.
Right. Shall we play a little bit of fact or cap?
Yeah.
You know what that is, don't you, Ron? Is it true? Or is it
true or
false?
false. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
But we're down with the kids, so it's fact
and cap.
So we've got 5 here. Make sure Dean can't see. So I haven't got the buzzer. So you can. You're not in competition.
Is this counting as competition?
Nah, just do it. We just work together on this.
Oh, okay.
Cristiano Ronaldo has scored against more than 200 different clubs.
Fact, I would say.
What do you think?
I'd say fact. If you factor in obviously Champions League, where he's the top scorer internationally, he's played in several.
How many years has he
different
played for
leagues
as well? Yeah.
Yep. Fact.
Yeah.
Well done. Second one. Arsene Wenger never lost a Premier League match after leaving at half time.
So repeat that again.
Arsene Wenger never. What are you laughing at?
Arsene Wenger.
That's how you say it.
Arsene Wenger.
Is it not Arsene?
Lolon.
Arsene.
Is it Arsene?
Arsene.
No, it's not.
Arsene.
Is it Arsene?
Arsene Wenger.
Oh.
Arsene Wenger.
Anyway, Arsene Wenger never lost a Premier League match after leading at half-time.
Cap.
Yeah, I'd say that's false. He can't have. There's so many games he's played.
I'm sure I do remember hearing about it.
If he's done that, that's a mad stat.
Sure.
But I think it's false.
Fact. Which is a mad fact.
I'm sure I remembered hearing about it.
He's never lost a game after being in front at
Maybe
half
at some point.
That's
We need him to manage England. Premier League match.
Premier League got you.
We need him managing England. We'd never bottle it.
Yeah, it would have been alright, wouldn't we?
Third one. Sir Alex Ferguson was Man United's first ever Scottish manager.
Cap.
I'm going to have to go with Dean because I don't have a clue who managed before.
I'm sure it was another one.
It is Cap. Any idea who?
No, but I'm sure.
Ryan, I'll give you 10 points if you can get this.
Scottish?
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Mulgrew.
1945 to 1969. If that helps.
No, we'll never clue.
Sir Matt Busby.
Oh, Matt Busby? I didn't know he was Scottish.
Did you not?
No.
Yeah, you do now. Interestingly, both Scottish managers Man United have had have both ended up as a Sir as well.
Oh.
There you go. 4. Real Madrid have never been relegated.
I'm going to say Cap just purely because that's just a mad stat, and I reckon they've happened once in their entire existence.
I'm going to go facts. Just
Yeah, it's
Just to be
fact, yeah,
different,
isn't it? Never been relegated.
So, yeah.
they've always been a bit of a powerhouse, haven't they?
Last one is probably the hardest one. Harry Kane has won the Premier League Golden Boot every season that he scored over 20 goals. And there were 6 seasons.
We
he
had
scored
quite a
over
few
20.
campaigns where it was relatively low scoring as well, where it was like early 20s.
Mhm.
I'm going to go fact. I think.
Go on, Ryan.
Although I know there was that joint season, wasn't there? Where there was like
he had a joint
3.
one with Salah, didn't he? The one season. So if that,
But he'd
does that
still-
count?
I'm sure there was one with Aubameyang and Mane as well.
Yeah.
There was like 3 players.
Was he
that
there when Haaland was there?
got gold? No.
I think for one season.
Yeah. Yeah. He's been
So-
at Bayern for 2. Yeah.
I'm going to say false because I think Haaland beat him in one season.
Right. It is Cap. But it's still crazy. So 2014-15 he got 21. Aguero got Golden Boot with 26.
Oh, okay.
15-16 he got Golden Boot with 25. 16-17 he got Golden Boot with 29. 17-18, this is the crazy one, he got 30. Didn't get Golden Boot. Salah got it with 32.
I think that was Salah's first season,
Yeah.
to be honest.
2021 he got Golden Boot with 23. So a massive drop from the year before. And his last season in the Prem, 22-23, he scored 30. Haaland got 36.
Yeah, no, of
I
course.
thought there
not.
was one season at least.
Still impressive though. He won 3 Golden Boots in 6 years in the Prem. And I mean, 2 of them he should have won because he got 30 goals in both.
Mm.
So there's that. So that brings us on nicely to our World Cup team of the tournament, which we've had a discussion about, and we've decided instead of doing one each, we'll just do a joint one because we'd all pretty much pick the same players.
Yeah.
So this is the one me and Dean have picked, Ryan. If you disagree, just pipe up and change it. So, do you want to read it out or do you want me to read it out?
Read it out, so.
Should we do a player each?
Yeah.
So, the manager, we've gone for obviously De La Fuente, Spanish manager, won the World Cup, can't disagree with it. In goal, Unai Simon, conceded 1 goal throughout the whole thing. So I don't think you can really argue too much about that, can you? Right back, Dean, if you want to do that one.
Pedro Porro.
Right back.
Brilliant tournament overall. If you could play at that level for Tottenham, then they might not have been in the position that they are.
Pau Kabasi, first centre back, for the same reasons as all the defence so far.
Breakout performance from him.
Who would you put as your other centre back?
Upamecano. I mean, I did think about the case for Laporte as well and just having the Spain defence because it's just been that good. But I think up until, even the game against Spain, I don't think he had a bad performance. but I think throughout the course of the tournament, he's been one of the standout defenders for me, and I think he was, one of the pivotal figures in that backline for France.
The only other player you could put in there with Upamecano's Laporte, isn't it?
Yeah.
You happy so far?
Yeah.
Nice one. Left back, it's a more unconventional person, but we've gone Jed Spence.
Yeah.
Because I thought he's had
Jed
a
Spence.
cracking World Cup, and he's gonna get a move this summer. You'd think.
I think there's a little bit of bias there because Cucurella probably has to be the best left back of the tournament.
Yeah.
But I think just with
In terms of impact,
just with the passion
bench
and the performances that Spence put in over this tournament, he was one of the main factors of like the enjoyment that I had out of watching England in this competition. So I wanted to put him in there.
We've gone for Elise centre mid as well, with Rodri as the other centre mid. Dean
Jude Bellingham, obviously, main man for England,
and the left winger.
big general Mbappe.
Again, can't really argue with them, can you?
Mbappe, yeah.
So then our last two, we've gone for Messi on the right,
Yeah.
Haaland as striker.
Holland, yeah. Holland.
Any you disagree with or you change?
I really like Fabian Ruiz. I think he's been very good.
Yeah.
They make a case for him as well.
So Fabian Ruiz, obviously.
Who?
The midfield was good.
Elise, Rodri and Jude.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I don't think you can. I'd probably take him out for Elise, but it's very tough with all three of them. I also liked Danny Olmo. I thought he's very good as well. But you could make, like you say, the three that you mentioned there were very good as well. So
I just think it's crazy. Spain conceded one goal the whole tournament.
Yeah.
and it's mad to say as well. You've only got Messi, and considering Argentina got to the final, we've only got one Argentinian player in there as well.
I think another thing that I thought was quite weird as well, because everyone was talking about after the fact of the World Cup and these performances, is Tottenham's backline and the position that they were in last season. Because in the World Cup, they've actually been unreal. Obviously, you've had Jed Spence for England putting on fantastic displays, been our best defender. Porro for Spain had a fantastic campaign, been solid at right back. And then Romero as well, having a really good campaign for Argentina too. Obviously Van der Ven as well, playing for Netherlands. He's one of the players that people do talk a lot about. But I think you look at that Tottenham backline and they've actually had a brilliant tournament and been some of the standouts defensively in this competition. So it's a bit of a crazy one, I think.
That's a good team, though. It's,
Got to have the Spanish manager though as well.
yeah, you've got to. He's won it, hasn't he?
Euros and the World Cup.
It's not going to be typical, that's for sure.
Shall we move on then to the bit on Ryan's absolutely desperate to play?
Yeah, because I want to win it.
Career path. There's still a chance you can win this if we're doing double points.
Winner takes all, I think.
We could do. Right, let's play career path. Right, before we start off career path, obviously this is the last bit of the episode. Let's talk about what we think everyone's touchline tasks were. Now, I think Ryan's is very obvious, isn't it? Compare every player to Heskey is what I'm going for.
It was compare everyone to Emil Heskey. I only managed to do it the once, which wasn't really comparing.
You only need to do it once.
Oh, I thought you said compare everyone, so I thought I'd be comparing literally every player.
We did speak about it briefly and say, if you're bringing it up constantly, obviously it's going to make it too obvious.
Yeah.
So to make it a bit more
It won't be as funny
if you
then
just
either.
bring it up once at some point, then
Now,
it's a bit less.
Dean's, I'm not 100% on, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was listening out.
He said, I think it was a word that he said, a specific word.
It's not a word.
Was it not
I
a
know,
word?
Well, yeah, I'll read them.
Oh, you
so I
read
know
them,
it's
okay.
not say a specific word.
Oh,
Although,
right, okay.
I'd shout.
I thought it was a specific word that he said.
That's
but,
quite a good idea. I think it was something to do with when you were going on about the refs in the final.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
What was it then?
It was to say that every ref, this was a really difficult one because obviously we said we'd mention it once anyway, so I wouldn't mention it all the time. But it was that every referee is doing a great job.
Oh, okay. So
I thought
I was
because it's when we were talking about the England-Argentina game, and I was like, this is not a topic where I can bring this up because obviously the refereeing was poor in that first half. I thought with how Argentina were playing, there should have been so many fouls given, and there wasn't. So then I was like, well, the refereeing wasn't perfect in the final, but there's probably a few cases where I can say, it went against Argentina or whatever a little bit. So I could.
It would have been funny though. You said it.
But I thought when we were talking about the England game, there was no way in hell I can mention a about
Right.
the refereeing in this spot.
What do you think mine was then? I'm quite happy with how I snuck mine in.
To be honest, I didn't even think you had one because I didn't even
No, I
notice.
didn't think you had one.
If I say it was during the France-England game,
Fancying.
that's when I included it. I did a little wink at the camera, so they know when it was.
Oh, okay. The camera knows. No,
No, it was to blame the keepers for every goal.
Oh, okay.
So,
That wasn't too
To be
bad.
honest, yeah, I agreed with you. I was like, oh, no, it was correct.
Was it fair when you can see
It was like mine and was.
well, that's why I saved it.
That was a really good spot to.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is I've won.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
definitely.
Nice.
I agreed with it. So I mean,
Right.
there we go.
So Dean, 10-0. This is the big one. Are you agreeing to?
All or nothing.
Yeah, I think it
you're
actually
doing
makes it interesting,
If you're
doesn't
doing
it?
double points and Ryan gets the first 4, the tiebreaker is just going to be winner takes all. Otherwise, it's going to end as a draw.
Yeah.
So double points, yeah.
Yeah, I think it gives something to play. for,
Ryan,
doesn't it?
you lose 1. It's done, mate. You've lost.
Brilliant. That's what I'm
So-
saying when it's second door.
Oh, confidence in my ball knowledge.
Ryan, you should at least get 1. I've done some of these. You should get 2 if we do this.
If I don't get this, I'm just
Right.
retiring from quiz games.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Do you want a word to say? Oh, do you want the bell? Should we get the bell?
Yeah, I'll get the bell.
Shove that on your...
Mr. Bellingham.
The Jude Bellingham.
So, just tap it's working. Sounds. Right then, first one. 2000, retired, playing. So 3 are retired, 1's playing, but again, they're all players you'd have heard of. Number 1, from 2005 to 2006, he was playing at Nacional. 2006 to 2007, moved to the Netherlands and played for Groningen. Okay. 2007 to 2011, Ajax. Oh, Dean.
Iron Robin.
No.
No, it's wrong, isn't it? He was at Chelsea.
Do I get
So-
a chance here?
Yeah, you get the
I
chance.
said Groningen. I was like, yeah.
This is where Ryan's going to get it.
Ben played for them.
2011 to 2014,
It is.
Liverpool.
I know who it is.
2014 to 2020, Barcelona. Dean's out, so you may as well listen to all of them. 2020 to 2022, Atletico Madrid. 2022-23, Nacional. 23-24, Gremio. Oh, are you still playing? I thought he'd retired. 2024, Inter Miami. And he's still playing now. Oh, come on, Ryan. This is so easy.
Yeah, massively.
He was Liverpool's best player.
You won't give clues.
Oh, must.
Clues.
My head stumped. Well, so hang on. He played.
He played for you. Liverpool bought him from Ajax. When Liverpool sold him, you sold him to Barcelona.
Oh, okay, bloody hellfire.
And he-
Uruguayan, isn't he? It's Luis Suarez.
He's got his first points.
Thank
I had a
God.
howler saying Robin, but I just heard Groningen and I was like, yeah, Robin.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. So
Luis
Even though
Suarez,
he
yeah.
was at Chelsea at the time and then Madrid.
10-2. Right. Next one's a bit harder.
I'll just have to get on the board.
I know. Ready. This guy's definitely retired. 1995, played for Brondby. 95-96, I didn't know he had this career path. Galatasaray. It's a bit of a weird one, this. 1996 to 1997, Columbus Crew. 97 to 2000, Liverpool. 2000 to 2008, Blackburn. 2008 to 2011, Villa. And then from 2011 to 2015, Spurs. Go on. I'll be impressed if you get this.
No, because I was thinking, oh, it's not.
Go on, who did you think?
No, because then when you said Liverpool, Villa, then Spurs.
No, it's Liverpool, Blackburn, Villa, Spurs.
Liverpool, Blackburn, Villa, Spurs.
I can give you a position if that helps, because this is a tough one. Goalkeeper.
That narrows it down. Let me know.
But you've got to... Like,
Oh, no, can I get...
Friedel.
who were you going to
It's
say?
not Friedel, is it? I'm thinking
I was going to say Friedel.
Is it Friedel? Yes, it's Friedel. He played for Tottenham.
Dean, shake Ryan's hand. You've won.
I know, yeah.
GG.
The keeper gave it all away. It was the black.
Yeah.
it was
the Blackburn.
Blues,
Yeah, I remember him at
the
Blackburn.
keeper.
But yeah, starting off in bearing in mind he's American, starts off at Brøndby and then goes to Galatasaray. It was just a bit of a weird start.
He was American, wasn't he, as well?
Yeah, as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, number
He's
3,
that-
also retired, although he has had a documentary on him. 1996 to 97, PSG. 97 to 99, Arsenal. 99 to 2000, Real Madrid. 2000 to 2002, PSG. 2001 to 2002, he was on loan at Liverpool. 2002 to 2005, Man City.
Nicholas Anelka.
Fair play. Yeah, well done. 10-4.
I didn't know he had a documentary.
He's all over
Yeah,
the
I've
place, wasn't
watched it. I can't remember what it was on, but it's about his life and stuff. But yeah, obviously then he was at Bolton for a little bit. I had his match attacks when he was at
I
Bolton.
wonder if they touched upon that thing that happened when he was at West Brom. Did they mention
With
about
the
that?
salute?
Surely.
I don't know. Don't remember.
Because that was pretty big when that happened, so I'd wonder if they spoke about
Yeah.
that.
Anyway, 4th one. So yeah, you could finish on a high here, Ryan, because you might get this as well. It's only a short one because he's still playing now. 2020 to 2024, Fulham. 2022 to 2023, he was on loan at Exeter. 2023 to 2024, he was on loan at Birmingham. And then he was bought by Birmingham the following season.
Stansfield.
Super. 10-6. So, tiebreaker isn't worth much.
I think this is all or nothing. Makes it more interesting.
Again, it's only a short one. 4 teams. Groningen, 2011-2013. It's not Rob MD. Go on.
Van Dijk.
How's he got that from one team? Yeah. Then
Because he went to Celtic.
Then Celtic,
Yeah.
then Southampton, then
Yeah,
Liverpool.
the time frame and Groningen, I was like, yes, Van
Put
Dijk.
all the Liverpool players in so I could have the
I
chance.
tried to help. But, yeah.
Time
I
frame.
got 2.
So that means, how's it finished? Is it 12-6, I believe?
Yes.
You only got one that round, didn't you?
2.
So
Oh, so 14-6.
we got the Friedel one, didn't he, as well?
Yeah, 14-6 then. So, yeah, it was a bit more of a... Well, it's not 14. Oh, it is, because it was double points. So, you've lost then. But I think we've decided on the forfeit, don't we, Dean? We reckon it...
Yeah, we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, we're going to go to Pepe's, and you've got to have the chicken and rice box with the spicy sauce they do.
Terrific.
Yeah, so we will get
Actually,
that.
I quite like spice. So
Now, funnily enough, we're on about going to Brum in the next week or so. So if that's the case, either before we go or after we've come back, we'll do it then.
Yeah.
We'll get it filmed and we'll shove it in maybe one of the first... In Series 2. There we go. We'll shove it in that.
Yeah.
So you can look forward to that, my friend.
Thank you. What a
It's all
treat for
good.
me.
Now, you like Nando's and stuff,
Yeah,
don't
I
you?
like spice. So.
I think it's hotter than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would
No.
be. Yeah, it's pretty.
So I haven't had it yet.
I've
so
gone up to hot and I will not pass any further.
Got to eat the whole box.
Mm-hmm.
And I think after hot it goes very hot and then extreme, so there's 2
And
levels.
there's one above
And I've got
extreme.
the
isn't there?
hottest.
No, I'm sure extreme is the hottest.
Oh, is it? I thought there was one
Is that the
more.
one I'm going to have?
Yeah.
I've had hot and it's crazy, and there's 2 above.
Now I'm good with spice, and I think hot's hot. So
I mean, mild can be hot at times.
Terrific.
well, you should have done your own work, right? Well, that's it then. That's Series 1 done and dusted. So, how do you think it's gone?
Yeah, it's been
It's-
fun.
it's
I had a
good.
good time.
We've implemented some stuff that we can hopefully carry over into Series 2, can't we? But no, I'm thank you both for tagging along and doing 11 episodes of these, 12 for some of you.
Yeah, it's been a good time.
Yeah. No, it's
I
been...
think as we've gone on, we've been able to implement things that have made it hopefully even better as well. So I'd imagine with time, there'll be even more ideas that we can come up with to make it as entertaining as possible.
What's the word going to be this week?
Spants, surely.
Yeah, we'll have
I
it.
think it's a
I thought
running,
that
it's a
was gonna be-
running like little thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and we've got one more shout out to do. You can probably guess who this one is.
Yeah.
Who do you think it is, Ryan?
I think it's to Lewis and his property.
Nah, it's not.
Oh, no.
Who got it last week?
Who got it last week?
I swear this guy just doesn't pay attention.
I do. I just can't remember who it was.
My dad.
Oh,
No, I
his
was
dad,
gonna say
Chris,
again.
wasn't it? But
Yeah.
I think it was Lewis as well.
Yeah, last week.
Is it to Chris as well again this week?
Yeah, again.
So it's Chris. Big up, Chris. What was
Thanks for
saying
the
to Chris?
share on the socials.
Because he commented the word from last week.
Oh, fair enough.
he
I
did.
forgot what it was.
It's on the Instagram, I think. Or something.
Yeah,
So it says to Michelle whilst we're at it.
Yeah.
let's stop there.
And the Weaver
Big
family.
ups.
Yeah, let's move on now. So,
Gave me a lift down once. Was greatly appreciated. Thanks, Michelle.
yeah. So that's it then. Series 1 over and done with. We'll try and get some new graphics and that sorted for the second series. And we need a theme song for Career Path, don't we? So
Yeah.
we'll try and get that done. But yeah, thanks again everyone for watching. Shout out Ethiopia. I don't know why I have an Ethiopia top, but there we go. And yeah, again, thanks for watching. We'll probably have a week, 2 weeks maybe, because there's not going to be much on now, is there, till the start. But what we'll do for the next episode is we'll do like a championship prediction episode, and we'll just go through that and maybe address any transfers that have happened.
Yeah, hopefully Wolves have made a few more signings since then. Fingers crossed, anyway.
And we'll see how many more transfers Newcastle have fumbled. So yeah, until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in Series 2.
Yep. Cheers, everybody. It's been a pleasure.
Drive it.
Too young.